All right, what's up YouTube? Robert Lesser here, father, coach, athlete. And in today's video, we're just gonna review my peak mileage as we ramp up for Leadville coming up in 3 weeks. And we're just gonna have a quick announcement as well. Just gonna go over the Livestrong Foundation. So welcome back, appreciate y'all coming in and watching this video. Guys, first thing I wanna get to before we get into our peak mileage is just saying thank you. We are so close to our goal of raising $50,000 at the Livestrong Foundation. So if you don't know, there are about 10 or 11 of us who have committed to raising $50,000 and racing the Leadville 100. So we are about $43,000, 43 and a half maybe, that we've raised. So that's really cool. Donating to the Livestrong Foundation that helps those that are affected by the daily hardship of cancer. Really happy to be a part of that, really grateful to be a part of that. But without further ado, we'll go ahead and get into our peak mileage. I wrote it down just to make it easy for us. Lots of runs. I think I did maybe 10 runs in that week. But we'll go over it. All right, so getting into the mileage for my peak week, we started out, so peak week right now, peak week 2 actually, right now is about 3 weeks out from the race. So next week I'll start my taper. I'll dial the mileage back about 20%, and that should be around for me about 40 or 50 miles in around there. And then the next week after, we'll taper again. That will be down to about 30 miles. And then the next week after is actually race week. So that'll be really low. We'll do maybe 10 miles before the race, if that. But that's what it's gonna look like. So we're at peak week right now. We just finished peak week, meaning, so we just finished peak week. And we were just gonna go over our mileage for anyone that cares, how we did it, our average pace, average heart rates, just so if you're planning on doing any kind of races, here's something you can kind of go off of. And we'll find out in a few weeks if it worked or if it didn't work. But started out Monday with a rest day. Tuesday started out the morning with a 11.5 mile run. Average pace was 10:01, average heart rate was 140. Followed that up in the evening with a 3 mile run, just basically a recovery run. So average pace was at 11, average heart rate was 129. So put me at what, 14.6 for Tuesday. Moving into Wednesday, we had a total, I want to say, in the morning of 10.7. So actually 2 runs here. Stopped my timer because I came to the apartment to just kind of re-up some gear. But so we had a basically 5.5 mile run. That was 11 mile pace, we'll call it, and heart rate was 124. And then right after that, basically the same run was 5 more miles at a 10:53 pace, and average heart rate was 126. And then the evening on Wednesday, we actually did a 4 mile run on the treadmill, which was a average pace of 9:19, average heart rate was 122. Moving into Thursday, so I think for Wednesday, that's a total of what, 14 and a half miles, something like that. And then Thursday, we are moving into the morning on Thursday, which is a 4.5 mile run. Average pace was 11:08, average heart rate was 116. Moving into Thursday evening, we had a 7.75 mile run, 10:46 minute pace, and then a 129 average heart rate. And then moving into Friday, so basically just getting into the weekend or getting ready for the weekend, we did a recovery run on Friday, about 3.75 actually miles, and the average pace, like I said, recovery run was 12:19, average heart rate was 113. So moving into the weekend, the fun portion here, was feeling pretty beat up, not gonna lie, from the week. So was not really looking forward to my trail run on Saturday, but did a mix of road and trail up in Georgetown, Texas. And so in the morning we did a 15.5-mile run with lots of incline. The trail, if you've ever been in Georgetown or ran any of the loops around there, around the lake, it's pretty technical. A lot of rocks, a lot of spiky rocks sticking out, a lot of loose rocks. But that beat me up a few times in this build. But we did a 15.5-mile run there. Average pace, nice and easy, was 11:47. So I think there was some hiking in there on some of the hills. The average heart rate was 129, so really happy about that. Followed that up in the evening with a 3-mile run, basically a recovery run, get the blood flowing. Average pace was 12:31, average heart rate was 129. And then finished off Sunday with a 20-mile run. Average pace was 11:10, average heart rate was 126. So for the week, that gave me 84 miles, and time on feet was 15.5, something like that. Can't remember off the top of my head. So pretty happy with that. We wanted to hit 90 miles, so there was 6 more miles that we should have got there. But I felt good on Sunday after that 20-mile run, and I was like, I'm gonna stop there. I'm gonna be happy with that. So stopped at 84 miles, but felt really strong, ready to get into this taper. And honestly, guys, I'm just ready to get into this race. It's starting to build up now. I can see it around the corner, so super excited about it. We will probably post a video on how I'm tapering. It might not be anything sexy, so I might not post a video on it. I'm basically just gonna draw back my mileage, keep up the intensity a little bit, still keeping up some speed work, obviously some hill stuff, but everything that I could do for Leadville has been done as far as training goes. Now it's just kind of showing up, making sure I am sleeping well, making sure I'm recovering well during this taper. That way, by the time we toe the line, we're ready to go. We're antsy. Our body's ready for it. So excited to get into this taper, and we'll do at least one video follow-up before the race. I definitely will film a lot at the race and traveling to the race and just what it's like. Super excited about that, and I guess we'll see you in the next video. Peace.